Generation Loss, The Social Experiment, was a horror comedy live stream experience created by Boo. The cast was composed of Ranboo, Slimesicle, and Sneak Snag, but also had King Musman and other well-known YouTube celebrities. With the Thunderscott getting closer and closer, I've been wanting to answer the question that has been on my mind since Generation Loss first dropped. Why is it so scarring? In a typical video essay, the format often transitions from describing what is happening in the video to exploring the hidden lore, followed by an analysis of the meaning, and possibly introducing the theory. Don't get me wrong, I watched a 7-hour pirate video, and I know how compelling that approach can be. However, that format doesn't offer really an analysis of the events, so I'll just assume you're familiar with Generation Loss. And if you haven't...
What is Generation Loss? Definition. Generation loss is the loss of quality between subsequent copies or transcodes of data. Anything that reduces the quality of representation with copy and will cause further reduction in making a copy of the copy can be considered a form of generation loss.
From listening to the definition, I assume your first idea is that as the episodes go by, from the spirit cabin to the choice, the tone will become more serious, and although you are partially right, we wouldn't miss the fact that these series of events happened before.
Very, very rare. Look, in the past, I would just make my own decision on whether or not a character was worthy of joining the cast. Since this is the first time we actually have a live audience, we might as well let them pick.
Visited me?
I'm just gonna get you out of here.
I tried to do his little. Did you do his cooking game?
Yeah, I did his cooking game.
You did the cooking game.
I did the cooking game.
And it went good? He asked me to do his game, and I said, oh.
There we go.
I said no, so he put me in here.
There we go. So what happens to me? What happens? What happens?
Well, if they decide to let you live, you'll be rescripted, repurposed, and recast in my experiments forever.
I don't want to do that.
As for the latter, well, we get an entertaining ending.
The reason why this live streaming experience sticks with you is because of the theme of being trapped to do something you don't want to do for eternity, which leads to a feeling of despair, agony, and fear. Not only that, but it leads you to wonder if this isn't the first time a show was performed, what happened the first, second, and so on to lead to this generation loss from a copy to a copy. That is one of the reasons why it's so scarring. It leads you to wonder what happened before and what will happen after. When they happened, our choices didn't impact the outcome of certain situations. Snake would have been killed by the monster. What order we chose the keys ran would have gotten out. Same with the pipes. Same with the first person we chose to get free from the spinny fucking thing. I don't know what that's called. So it leads to a feeling of passiveness from the audience. We're simply watching a show up until the end. Our choices, in the end, matter. The choice to either kill or torture an innocent person laid upon our shoulders. Those screams you are hearing now, we caused that panic. We caused them to beg for their life. I am not an innocent person in this. I was there, and one of the first people that voted to kill them the second I realized what being alive meant. And that leads to a feeling of guilt that even now, watching this to edit into a video hurts badly. The worst thing is, I wasn't alone in this guilt. A large number of people felt guilty, like they caused the death of this goober. To add on to that is the brutal fashion in which his death happened. We saw them flinch before the hammer hit the anvil. We saw their lifeless corpse twitch as the last nerve cells in their brains sent signals of pain to the body. We caused that. And that is another reason why it was stuck in people's minds for days after it happened. I mean, can we take a minute to talk about the... The acting is one of the many highlights of this project. Rainbow, shown in picture, goes from a confused but lovable hero to a less confused and more confident hero to just a guy. And obviously,
end this one with a bang.
Please just let me go.
Sneak has one of the most believable moments of someone's reality being shattered. Charlie Slimesicle.
See, you found my cabin! Tease it a little.
Okay.
Tease it. Do a layover. Do a layover.
We're landing at
you
a
got
What is this?
Oh, that's just from. I was about to lose the game, dude. I had to swallow that.
Let's see this?
Typing wizard, but with my
Hello?
nut. So I'll be using my left nut will be starting at F, and my right nut will be starting at J. And so, thank you so much for the sub.
Charlie!
Again, I'm just not.
Hello?
I'm not.
Charlie.
You can grab me! I don't know!
Nikki went from crying to a happy-go-lucky smile and back to crying. Just, chef's kiss. And King Mossman, whatever. But the actor that played Hedge, whose performance goes from a somewhat cold and distant helper to a villain, prolonging his words, making it seem like it's all Ragoon's fault. You can hear the smile on his face as he talks. All of it. It's all in an incredible performance. I am sure most of you realize that the meaning of Generation Lost, the social experiment, is live streaming industry and how obsessive and invasive it can be, not only for the industry itself, but how the audience might see the streamer as this little toy that needs to always put on a show for them, or a creature with something to hide. So let's see what we can find out. The characters are characters played by our beloved streamers. These are our streamers, and the YouTubers boil down to how the audience might see them. Sneak is just a sassy guy. Charlie, he's just so goofy and funny. Nikki, he's just nice. And Ranboo, he's just a silly little confused little guy. Generation Lost is a project that will forever remain etched into my brain as one of the best stories that I've ever experienced. Not only as an audience, but technically speaking, being a part of the story by being the audience. Generation Lost and Social Experiments will undoubtedly go down as one of the most incredible live streaming events that will ever happen. And one of the only projects that gave me nightmares. So congrats Ratatouille on doing this masterpiece, and also go Goobie. I want to thank my wife, my lack of kids, and the eyelash that got stuck on my eyeball mid-recording.